Well, we got plenty of youth on both sides. Clark, what's it like to be part of an up-and-coming team in this league?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's both very exciting and on occasion extremely frustrating because you don't know what you don't know, and the lack of experience sometimes is more prevalent with young teams than more experienced ones. So watching both of these teams develop over time is really going to be fun to see how their journey plays out.
These coaches will need a lot of patience, though, and the veterans on the team, too.
Exactly. Both ways. You're right.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Mirotic is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Rondo against Bledsoe. Outside Mirotic. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
The fadeaway. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. James looking around. Back to Cousins. The shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Well, in case anybody doubted it, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
Pass to Kuzma. Kicks it to James. Fades and shoots. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Kuzma passes to Rondo. Back to Kuzma. Floats one, and it's good on the layup. Kuzma's got his first points in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. And Stevenson comes in for Davis. And it's Green in for Kyle Kuzma. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Pau Gasol's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Mirotic. Chris Middleton's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And George Hill's subbed in for Pat Connaughton.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Stevenson kicks to Green. 1:29 left to play in the first. Feeds it to James. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Gasol against Stevenson. Back to Bledsoe. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. That one, no good. Stevenson finds Rondo. Lakers working the ball around now. Back to McGee. Over Ilyasova. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Bledsoe. Now here's Gasol, guarded by Green. McGee against Gasol. No good there off the double clutch. Stevenson outside. Passes it to LeBron. The 17-footer. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the... And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many. Something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my...
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Ilyasova holding down the forward spots. George Hill out there with Tony Snell, and it's Gasol at the 5, roaming the paint. And Clark, you look at the Bucks roster. What's the biggest area of need in your opinion?
The question mark I see is the center position, Kevin. Von Maker might have some upside and could very well fill that void, but they lack a presence in there now.
And he makes that one.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Rondo looking over the floor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Milwaukee, Brook Lopez is checked in for Gasol. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Here's Davis. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 3-point game. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Out to Kuzma. Now the pass to Stevenson. Here's Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Taking on everybody, all comers. Kuzma's very aggressive, and he's used to getting hit on the way up. Plays well through contact.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Hill against Green. Pass to Kuzma. Hands it from downtown. Kuzma's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
Bledsoe against Green. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense right on him. Great D that time from Green. Lakers leading by 4 to the inside. And then Cousins with the dunk.
You got to love the intensity. Cousins going right for the throat and just jamming that one home.
Lopez with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Green. Milwaukee also making some changes. Gasol comes in for Brook Lopez. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. The drive by LeBron. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now James. He has 6. He kicks to Cousins. Over Gasol. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And you, big fella. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Davis. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Connaughton kicks to Bledsoe. Fires the 3. Mirotic's shot is off.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction. Some
changes for the Lakers. Chandler comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Lance Stevenson subbed in for LeBron. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Mirotic. Tony Snell comes in for Antetokounmpo. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Hill passes to Snell. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Stevenson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Green, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Green against Hill. The feed to Lopez. In the corner, Snell with it. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Connaughton missing. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Stevenson left side. Chandler kicks to Green. Lets it go from 14. And Davis can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 11. Here's Snell. Pass to Ilyasova. It's Hill on the wing, guarded by Green. Passes to Connaughton. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Stevenson, and the Lakers turn it over again. And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Milwaukee also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. Here's Ilyasova. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Lakers leading by 11. Stevenson outside. 1:16 left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. From deep. Up again. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Bucks trail by 11. Snell finds Ilyasova. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
Stevenson against Middleton. Over in the corner, Green. Lakers working the ball around now. Stevenson passes to McGee. Count it. McGee's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Here's Middleton. Rebound the Lakers. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Rondo against Bledsoe. Over Rondo. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers lead by 13. Live from the... Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Be strong with it down here. Get good looks on that end.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Los Angeles leading by 13, setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Mirotic out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. Here's Cousins. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 15. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. There's no debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Mirotic, and the 3 off target. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the changeup to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
Well, this is something that Kobe has said in the past with the Lakers organization. It is championship or bust.
Well, I think you need that type of culture and mentality to have a chance to win championships. I believe the Lakers have done a good job of maintaining that mentality throughout the years.
Antetokounmpo against Rondo. Now here's Kuzma. Kicks it to James. It's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Tell you what, the Bucks have a great superstar slasher in the Greek Freak. What's held them back, though, has been their lack of floor spacing around him. Better three-point shooting, critical for this team to take the next step.
Bledsoe against Rondo, and James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And you look at the perimeter shooting for the Bucks, Clark. How do they fix that?
Personnel, Kevin. I mean, the problem is every team in the league is looking for 3-and-D players. The Bucks need to get more shooters.
Clock at 6. Bledsoe against Rondo. No good from Bledsoe.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they've brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
To the middle. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, I tell you, he's so good at scoring in a lot of different ways. Kuzma enjoys showing off the full repertoire of his game.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by Kuzma. Connaughton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Davis against Mirotic. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Timeout called the Lakers. And not the best season for Brook Lopez a year ago. Never seemed to be in the form we're used to seeing him in.
Normally, Kevin, he's so efficient and just didn't make the shots at the rate he normally does. He ended up being more of a role-playing big man than a centerpiece. And I think he's still got plenty left in his fuel tank, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him bounce back with a really strong season.
Bucks on defense. They trail by 16. Here's James, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
No good from Connaughton.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Out left to the wing. Rondo finds James. Kuzma with it. Here's Cousins. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Bucks trail by 18. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Bledsoe against Rondo. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. And stolen by Cousins. Rondo passes to LeBron. And the pass to Cousins. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
And Bledsoe, here we go. No good. Shot missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
James outside. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...